Good morning and welcome back to Dad Bod Trading, the most boring average trading that you will ever see on YouTube. Welcome. Beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning, I believe. Yes, Wednesday the 2nd of February. And we are celebrating the fact that the tech stocks are back on track. So that's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, for PayPal, they missed their earnings, and so now they are coming down to a pretty pivotal moment here. It looks like they have support at about whoa. What did I just do? Let's try that again. So PayPal has support around 140 for that candle. 139.61 for this candle, so around 140. Also had some support around 145. So we'll see if it bounces off of 140. It could channel. It could have about a $5 channel right here. But otherwise, if it goes below 140, we could be looking at this could be a good swing play. So yeah, let me see here. 2020. Yeah, there's the pandemic crash there, and then yeah. So PayPal did really, really, really well after the whole 2020 pandemic here in March. We had the crash, and then when they started instituting the lockdowns, PayPal, of course, was being used a lot because everybody was ordering things from home. They were transferring money between family members and businesses and that sort of thing. And of course, it was going to be one of the big things in the lockdown was no contact money transfers. And so PayPal, of course, went yeet and just blasted itself all the way up to, so we had 120 or so, and it more than doubled. So you've got plenty of room to go down here. However, in my opinion, I think we have a pretty good chance of it bouncing off of 140, just simply because it's been going for so long. It caught support at 180 and then was kind of rebounding coming into earnings. So I don't know. I kind of suspect that it might be just simply a bounce that we find here, or maybe I don't think it's going to go all the way back down to 123.50 today. I think it's going to be a little bit slower of a move if it makes that move, simply because the average down day. Let's say we have a gap down. So here's a gap down. We have a gap down here, and we have a gap down here. And the days after the gap downs, I guess this one had some range. But this one, $3. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll play the patterns. That's what we'll do. But yes, I'm definitely looking at 145 as going to be resistance, and or thereabouts. 144. 40. Let's get up to 145-ish. Yeah, I don't know. It might be lower, but we'll just set that there. Add it. PayPal. Let's go through our watch list here. Yesterday was kind of a crazy, volatile kind of day. Ba-dum-bum. MU is just not doing what I would like it to. That's okay. We'll let it do its thing. And the only reason I keep it on my list is that when it breaks out pretty nicely. And so I have an alert here at about 98. And so I like to keep tabs on it. NVAX, honestly, this is like, it's usually too expensive for me to trade. And it does some decent moves, but it's just so expensive, and I just can't bring myself to actually trade it, even though I like the price action. mRNA, of course, this is keeping. I have this on the list to keep tabs on what the pharmaceutical companies, biotechs, and stuff are doing. Moderna, of course, is one of the larger ones, along with Johnson & Johnson, which is down here. Looking a little weak there. NVIDIA, yeah. For whatever reason, I need to look this up here. Oh, AMD, that's right. It was sympathy with AMD. I forgot about that. And speaking of, so let me update my here, PayPal there, AMD here, AMD at the bottom here. Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA was a nice sympathy play along with AMD. I was like, I wish I would have bought some calls. But honestly, I mean, look at the price action from yesterday before the market close. Yes, it closed above VWAP, and that's always a good sign. It was trending above the SMA lines, which is a good sign. But man, it didn't interest me. It did not strike me as something that was going to run. And look, we have almost a $20, $15 run there, and that would have been amazing. But we will watch it today. Apple doing its thing, nice W pattern here across the length of the day, but still couldn't break the pre-market high from yesterday in today's pre-market. That's going to be important for it because we are above this 174 line here, which is acted as support. But it needs to break the high of right there. So we need to break that for continuation up to, 176 or so. SPY's looking good. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, what's this? Oh boy. You know what's frustrating about, I really shouldn't get into politics here, but it's frustrating to me that everybody was so worried about the previous administration, and they were like, oh no, we don't want somebody like that near the red button. And yet he brokered peace with North Korea. And now this administration is like, oh, he's such a more diplomatic kind of person. And here he's setting up to, touch off World War III, depending on who you ask, without much diplomacy. So, yeah, I mean, actions speak much louder than words, and yeah, so that's going to have an effect on the market, of course. Let's see here. On the SPY. Now, why? Did I do something wrong here? Those are all old stories. Oh, did I do the Did I invert the time? Yeah, I inverted the time. Okay, so yesterday... I don't know what happened exactly right here, but it was good. I think that's just anticipation for stock, or the tech stocks. What's happening here? Got some naysayers there in the news. Anyway, SPY's looking good. We have, let's see, what's it bumping up against here? 456, 457. So, yeah, it's kind of in this range here. Let's see what it does. Q's looking the same. Boeing had a nice day yesterday. That was good to see. It's kind of in no man's land here. I'm glad that it broke out. I'm going to say that this probably corresponded with this here. 206? Oh, okay. Didn't. That's cool, though. I'm glad that it broke out there. And so many opportunities yesterday. A lot of them I missed, so that was too bad. Okay, AMAT might be interesting. 175. The main thing that I'm looking for when I am checking out these charts is I'm looking at the previous day's price action, and I'm checking for, oh, hey, good morning.
Morning.
So I'm looking for, I was just talking about how when I'm looking at a chart, ideally I want to see one that has consolidated and made a channel, and then we're going to
Yeah.
tag the top of that channel and then wait for it to reach it. And this one is slowly sneaking up. It had some gains yesterday. It pretty much held them. And so I'm going to be watching this one.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily have news, so I'm not like anticipating anything great from it, but just simply because it's at a key level, that's what I like to
Yeah.
see, you know. So if it can get above this 45, 45.50 level, that'd be amazing. Cool thing was that Alphabet, or Google, ticker GOOG, they had really good earnings, and they are going to be splitting their stock 20 for 1. And if you
Whoa.
divide 3,000 by 20, you get about 150. And so it's going to become very tradable for the
Nice.
average trader, investor. So that's pretty awesome. Their stock just spiked up really nicely. I think it was about 10%, 10, 15% on
Which is
that news.
pretty impressive for a $3,000. What
Yeah.
is Alphabet? Like, I've never.
Alphabet's the parent company of Google. They own Google and a whole bunch. They're like
Oh, okay.
the big mama of the tech companies. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where was I? RBLX. 70. ready.
How do you click on a stand then?
The watch list.
Yeah, and make it come over.
So you just link it right here with whatever color you have associated with your main chart.
That makes sense. Duh.
Yeah, I just figured that out last month. So Netflix, I'm really regretting. So the whole idea of the gap strategy is that if you have a gap and the gap is breached into, then you can anticipate a lot of that gap over time being filled again. Excuse me. But unfortunately with Netflix, I was like, okay, they've been downgraded. Like the price target on a couple main companies was like 390. I'm like, there's no way that it's going to fill this gap between 500 and 410. There's just no way. But as soon as it broke 410 the other day and then held 410, I should have gotten in on it. I should have bought a call, even if it was pretty far out of the money and affordable, because then the next day it just went yeet all day long. It was a very beautiful dip and rip. Or even the dip and rip would have been a great entry yesterday, but I was getting ready for work when that happened, so I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
So, oh well, that's okay. It's about 50% of the gap now, so I'm not holding my breath for too many more gains, but the tech companies are really rallying, so that's pretty cool. Johnson & Johnson, what a disappointment you are. I was really hoping it could break this out, and break out of this 172.81 level. But no, had to just do its thing. AMD had really good earnings, and that was one of the main reasons why we saw a jump in NVIDIA. NVIDIA was, surprisingly enough, and this is hilarious, so AMD I believe it has a smaller market capitalization than NVIDIA, but they were the ones that had great earnings, and NVIDIA became a sympathy play with it. And usually that it happens in the opposite, but I guess AMD is a pretty big deal in the tech sector, so Chinese stocks are kind of just meh. Would have been good a couple days ago on Monday. Tesla's just hanging around the bottom of this channel here. 950 is the number to beat if it wants to go anywhere. Caterpillar had a good day yesterday. It was a decent day. Pretty choppy at the beginning. This is another one that I regret not getting in on, because it broke out above the channel, 226. Broke out above the channel and then just kind of held around there. And then the next day it just kind of broke out very nicely. And I wish I would have gotten in on the breakout.
Yeah, our wife's asking.
Just asked me the same thing. Can you hear me, Nate?
You sound like a robot.
What?
You sound like a robot. It's really choppy.
Okay. Can you hear? Is that better?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. Our router went out.
Oh, yeah, it's still pretty choppy. I can understand you though, so it'll do. UPS could have a good day. So choppy. And poor PayPal had bad earnings, and so they are getting clapped.
What?
What is this? No, I'm not enjoying Microsoft Excel. Thank you very much.
For what?
Second. For Sunday meal, you want me to say no one needs to bring it? It'll be leftovers from giving.
Because we like to do 3 months later.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So let's see here. Dum. Somebody mentioned guild, whatever that is. 65. Eh. 50. Doesn't seem like it has enough volume.
You hear what I said?
Yeah,
I'm
Do you
not
want me
interested in
to
this.
have him ask him to do it then, or what?
Well, no, say, well, you know what? I can do it.
Dad, do you and TJ want to do steel studs?
There's not enough.
That's fine if you want.
TJ's not capable enough
Have him stay home.
to do it.
He is staying home. TJ is. I'm just trying to figure out what Dad can do. Because there's probably enough for.
I'll go down to Red Oak and stand around, whatever, or I'll stay here. I mean, if I can't have somebody helping me down over there, then I have nothing to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. TJ could probably do floor patches, but it's cold enough. I wouldn't want to send you guys over there necessarily. That wouldn't be very nice.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I took Emily out a little bit of that meat from her Hello Fresh.
So,
There
Nate,
goes PayPal.
And there was some rice.
should Dad just stay here or should he come down there?
I mean, I think that he's probably going to mostly stand around down there, but if he wants to, stay at home and
Thank you.
stand around, or get paid to stay around? You know, that's kind of
After
the
that.
Maybe I'll
question.
go clean the house with mom and then go.
I already have enough people helping me with that, but you can help us next Monday.
A lot of excuses flying around.
It's a lot of truth. You would just stand around that Mary Robinette's too, because we are so efficient and so good at what we do.
Last time I was there, me and
I
Marie
just do it like I
played
do with the guys. I would go visit with the customers and they would work.
the customers aren't there.
Robinettes usually are.
They tend to be, fortunately, because
I wish this would have waited.
I find them. It's not that I don't like them or anything. It's just that they tend to get in the way. Can't.
What are you sitting your fat little butt on my foot for?
Waiting for you to share.
Yeah, exactly. She came in, she's like, and she's, you sat on my foot. You did. Your middle name should be Shameless.
So PayPal here, I'm really interested in PayPal. AMD looks pretty choppy in pre-market.
I could actually
Bring it
go
over
way out
here.
and lay out wall plates by myself. I'll have them all marked out.
Or Dad could just go to the store and buy a present for me. Because it's my
Dad
birthday in like
I-
10 months.
A present for him at the store.
They'd give him something to do.
I'm giving in.
They couldn't get flowers, so they took beets and made long hash browns, almost like spaghetti, and made it into a pan, and then put beets toppings on it. She said it was like a hash brown.
Yeah, because people like ketchup with their.
Dad said What? Nate said he thinks that will be just standing around down there. He doesn't think there's enough to do. So if you
That's good.
Now, if we would have been able to get that shower basin in, then there would be plenty to do. But we're kind of that's really holding us up, unfortunately.
For 7 years. Yeah, like it actually said in the prophecy that God would take away his human heart, who he was, his soul, and replace it with an animal. He literally became an animal.
So this lady that I heard about on the radio yesterday that said that she identifies as an English timber wolf or something. That's how she identifies.
Oh my word!
It's because God took away. And now she's a wolf.
so that means she can be killed.
That
Right?
actually
She can be
kind of makes sense.
too much of a
But I
pest.
thought it was interesting. Well, I
No,
assume
that is interesting.
I
You're
assume
right.
that Nebuchadnezzar sort of like,
Mhm.
because it says he ate grass like an ox, so he wasn't.
He wasn't viciously tearing apart sheep.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, boom. There it goes. Options are all over the place. Bang. AMD is faltering. Tesla's faltering. Everything's just crashing initially here.
Made a tremendously yummy
Wow. Boom.
breakfast.
Nope, can't trade it. That's sad. I'll wait for a rebound.
Get it right, get it.
Yeah, puts are way too expensive. Everything's bad about it. MD, what are you doing here? Crashing.
We need to get poblano
Bread's
peppers,
not
man.
too bad on it.
If you would let me buy things from local places, there's places that will
Oh, PayPal.
buy local
Stop.
and pick it up in Council Bluffs.
Man.
Anything. You can buy milk, cheese, peppers, onions, garlic,
Today-
spices, flour.
Today is your little girl's little granddaughter's birthday.
Elena who? Yep, already knew. My phone reminded me.
Do 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 do.
Dad, whatever happened to Josh's company card? Because I should get it. It's annoying to have to get a card from someone.
Me and Mom said the same, Jim. Let's try and find one.
I have no idea. Probably still has it.
No, he doesn't. Gave it to Ryan, pretty sure.
Follow the trail. Snip. Just like Riley, and go sit your butt on Ryan's foot. And wait.
That's disturbing.
Sorry, Riley, but this
So-
is far too good.
I think that my phone number got out to some big store.
AMD.
Let me
Because
know.
at 2 this morning, I was getting
Let me
texts
know.
from provocative.
That lady, yeah, I know, I got the same
Just a
thing.
minute. I got the same. Well, I got 2 overnight. Mom got
It
some.
woke me up.
Reply stop in all caps, and if they don't,
No,
then
it's
you
a
can
funny
be
number.
federally paid an amount for
I'm not
every time
opening
they
it
text
because-
you after you reply with stop in all caps. If they reply
Yeah, but I
with
think that
anything
they're-
So
else,
why did I? Oh, crumb cakes.
I don't wanna
Okay.
open it.
well, you don't open it. You can reply.
That would be links that you
I was
should-
trying to figure out where a good entry on this would have been. It would have been like the bounce off of support here.
in the text.
And you click on it.
Could have grabbed a quick $2 or so.
I just-
You would have to actually click on the link. The only thing that they could see from that would be,
You're a real person.
But it woke me up.
well, they can't anyway because they can see your profile picture.
I woke up at 3 because I was sleeping on 2 pillows.
It's not on WhatsApp.
Yeah, it is.
Mom showed me just
And I
how to delete it,
stretched.
but I blocked it, but it still came.
It's another person.
Yes,
they
Dad,
just
they
changed
changed
the
their
numbers. So you just have to keep looking. But I'm going
But I
to
just deleted it because it was like
I need
on
to
my phone. and creepy.
redo my Facebook password
Do
too.
do do.
KK Ryan's saying now that I didn't know it would work actually in the bedroom because I can totally install blocking. And
We were
all this
not
stuff.
planning to go to Wingert's today.
Huh?
There was no one planning on going to Wingert's. Or not Wingert's. No, Mills. I miss.
So yeah, I'll just go down there and do barn door blocking and things like that.
If you stay home, let me know so that if you're gonna get your medicine, so I won't go get it. That's
I'm not staying home. Ryan just
Hey,
said.
if you stay home, you can make that stew.
He's not staying home.
Or I can stay home and you guys
I'm sure we could.
can do the blocking. Yeah. so
There's
basically
okay.
kind of
Dad,
the
listen,
wall.
Dad. There's enough for us to do that we would not be doing the blocking. The blocking can be done
4
whenever.
of you?
We'll figure it out. I'm sure we will. We'll all keep
Maybe.
busy. Yes, we will.
What about
Hey,
4
4 of you?
Dad, That's
If you're gonna keep saying that, I'm going to get.
The
We'll
inner
figure it out.
Hulk will emerge. Oh.
I was thinking of making enough stew to give some to Ryan and Kelsey. And you had said something about that.
Well, Sam.
He's not gonna. Don't mix that gravy into like all of it. You want me to just mix it into like the one No, no dairy. I should like write that in big letters on the counter.
Did you get gravy packs and stuff?
What's the strangest thing you've done for cash? I took out a loan to go to school so I could get a job to pay off my.
There goes Apple.
That is, I think, colleges.
I like it.
Very specific reason. Is a complete waste of money.
Yeah, like around here, and then what? That's
Okay, so we're getting in starter position on Apple.
your batch.
Got a nice little call here. This is a little bit preemptive because it still has to break out of this resistance, but it did break 175, which was the level we wanted. So now we're looking at target of probably around 176
So
or
you're
so.
going positive?
Yep, we're going long.
Hey, Emmy, do you want this cookie? Do you want this?
Just fine.
Pam?
If I order a bulk bag of hen feet today, would you guys get it
When?
today? You would pick it up whenever you're off.
Well, we
Be
get off
6
at
probably.
5. Takes like 45 minutes to get home, so we get home at like 5.
And then we have to go to church, so.
You could ask Fred if we could get it on the lunch break.
So, PayPal thus far, the spread is bad enough. The entries that I thought about getting in on wouldn't have been worth it at this point, but it continues to fall. Some people on Discord are saying that it has a gap to fill down to 129, which is true. I just don't know when it's actually going to fill that, you know. Do. 10. Did I lose Discord? I think I lost Discord. Hello, hello. Um.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yep, I can hear you now.
I was connected to the house Wi-Fi and it didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Apple, unfortunately, is kind of failing here. It's bumping against some pre-market support, but I don't like it. So I'm going to probably, if it crosses below VWAP, I'm going to get out of it because it looks like the rest of it's crashing. I wish it would have done something with PayPal, but let's see here. Ah, wow. Yep. Alright, so I'm getting out of Apple. About let's see, 12% loss on that. Oh, I regret not getting in on this.
Yeah.
uh, Alright, so I'm long this break on AMD. Hey, what the heck happened here? Apparently I bought another Apple call instead of selling it. So,
Oops.
hate it when that happens. Alright, thank you. AMD isn't doing too bad. Let's see here. Did I get it at? 86. Okay. Oh, and of course Apple would bounce right there. Haha. What are my levels looking like here? Where are we at here? Pre-market, what is this level here? What is this? Okay.
Found out why this thing is so, like, its shift stuff is so weird. It does not lock, it only locks the torque converter in 5th gear. That's why it's so, like, weird in its driving, especially when you're towing. Mission fluid to drive you.
Do-do-do. Okay, I made a little bit back on an AMD put. Oh, I should have held it. Oh,
That is a very well defined bottom channel there.
yeah, it is.
Oh, looks like it's going out of it.
Yeah, I should have held it. Oh, boy. Bummer. Well, crumb cakes. Okay, so. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Should have held it just 10 seconds longer. Oh, this would have been a nice break. Bummer. Piddly, piddly, piddly. I got freaked out. In hindsight, when Apple broke 175, I should have just taken the 50-cent move. That would have been the smart thing to do. I don't know. I must have accidentally clicked the buy button or something, because I don't know why it would have bought two of them instead of selling the one.
Yeah.
So I have a starter position on LVS here. Since it broke out of this channel. Went red to green. That's a good thing. Look at that nice bounce off of that monthly support line on the SPY. 454.05. Nice little bounce there. Oh, timid me. I should have done something with PayPal. It had a gap to fill. There's a $30 spread, but the odds were really good for it, so I should have taken advantage of it. Here we go. Keep pushing, little one. You can do it. Come on. It's got a lot to get through here at 45, but we'll see if it can do it. Oh. Ticked it just a little bit. There we go. That's better.
Dropped like 2.5 inches.
Alright, so got out of that position. Slowly making back my mistake from Apple.
Good.
And there goes PayPal, all the way down to the gap. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I did not expect it to do that today. One of the long-term traders in the chat was like, "There's the gap fill." I'm like, I was too scared to get in on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, if I would not have accidentally bought that extra Apple call, I actually would be up on the day. But as it sits right now, I'm down about $14. So jolly good times.
Yeah.
Because I intended to sell that Apple call for just like an $8 loss, like. But instead, since I had two of them and then didn't realize it, good thing I got out of LVS. Bonk. That's nice. See, I think I'm fairly good at reading the levels, like the support and resistance and stuff. I'm just either too timid or too dumb to do the right thing. Ah, there goes PayPal. Got a new low now. Looks like Apple's coming back from the dead. It's above that 175 level again. man. If I would have held those 2 calls, that wouldn't have been a bad thing at this point. What did it... I wonder what it bought that second call at. Let me look here. Second call bought $61 and the first one was $75. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, it did dip pretty far down though. So
It did. I mean, it was... I'm glad I got out, but... Thought about dip buying it on support here. Low of the day.
yeah,
That didn't. If there's one lesson that I think I need to learn from today is that I need to be a little bit more aggressive. Not foolish, but like when there's a good setup, then like for example this dip buy here that I could have done with Apple, it has 1, 2, 3 points of support. So I really should have taken advantage of that. And PayPal, I think I just, in pre-market, I had just assumed, based off of previous days' movement, that I didn't think it would move that far. I was thinking maybe it would go down to like 135. I did not think it would fill the entire gap in one fell swoop. And I think that since I had convinced myself of that I just wasn't willing to get in on it. I mean, even though looking at it now, 135 would have been a perfect entry for that next step down. But I was thinking it was going to stop there, so. Oh well.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of a weird W pattern here with NVIDIA. It's kind of, wow, that's not even a W pattern. That's just weird. It did break out at 255, so. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. All right, so I got in the break of LVS again. I'm looking for a move to about 45.50. That's what I would like. There goes Apple. Alright, so I'm going to have to head out for work here pretty soon or get ready, so I'm going to let LVS ride for a little bit. I think that it has the potential to break out above this 45.41 level, so I'm going to hold on to this contract for a bit and just see what happens. And it's a cheap one. It's, $70, $80 or whatever it was. So it's not like it'll break the bank if it crashes. I'll set a stop. So yeah. Well, hopefully I can recoup the rest of that $14, haha, and we'll see what happens. So, thanks for joining. Talk to you later. Bye. All right. Thanks for joining me here on the stream. And I hope you have a fantastic day. And we'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a good one.